Hello everybody, welcome back to Survival Challenge. As you can see, we just mowed that grass out there and got it all windrowed. And I think it's time now for us to upgrade our forage wagon. This one it's got a decent capacity, it's 37.5, but we still have to empty it quite frequently. I want to replace it, but I don't want to buy anything that's just too unrealistic. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to buy one of the Omatana TARDIS forage wagons. They hold about 50,000. I think I was going to drive this into town, but I don't think it's worth enough to really worry about how much extra we're going to get for it. Yeah, it's worth $1,896. So we're going to go ahead and say farewell to the Opalanika forage wagon. You've been good, and I appreciate you. Goodbye. Now, we're going to, let me make sure that I've got our delivery zone set up right here. Oops, that's not right. That's right. Okay, so let's look at the forage wagons. I mean, it would be nice to be able to just do, 2 or 3 fields of straw without emptying once and just come back and empty the whole load. But I think that's a little too unrealistic for this series. I have that on my NF Marsh series, so if you want to see a forage wagon that holds 1,000,000 liters and has a pickup or a working width of 20 meters, then that's the series for you. But for this one, we're going to go with the regular TARDIS M. It's 50 meters. When we turn on the compression, it'll turn to 75 meters or meters cubed, which is the same as 75,000 liters. So I think we'll just keep it at the same color it already is. And we're just going to go for everything standard. So 52.5. And that's going to take quite a bit of our money, but we're going to buy it anyway. All right, we still have a little bit of money left, and I'm not really worried about cash. We've got productions now that are bringing in good amounts of money on a regular basis. I was taking a brief inventory of everything, and I looked in the silo over there, in this silo, and there was 250,000 liters of grass in there. I had no idea. I must have put it in there at some point earlier and just forgotten about it, but it's now making silage in the silo, and I think we've got quite a bit in there. Yeah, we have 95,000 liters of straw and 245,000 liters of grass. So we're going to have quite a bit of silage to sell here soon, and that's going to bring in a great deal of money. So I'm not really too worried about cash right now. So let's take our new forage wagon and pick up some grass. I've used this forage wagon before, and it works well. It really does. I'm going to turn on the compression first, and that should change it to 75,000. Yes, it did. Very good. So that's about twice the size of our other forage wagon, so I'm not really good at math, but I think that means we're only going to have to empty this thing half as many times as we used to. And like I said, I've used this several times before, and I like it. The only reason why I began using different forage wagons is because most of the time modded forage wagons can also be used as trailers with large capacities, but this one only holds silage, hay, grass, and chaff, I believe. So So this is not terribly exciting, so I will bring you guys back when I have a grand total of how much grass we got out of this field. And then we're going to talk about our future plans. I'll see you in a bit. All right, we ended up with 351,450 liters of grass out of this field. And the reason I know that is because this is the 5th time we will have emptied this, which means that if we had done it with the old one, we would have ended up having to stop and empty 10 times. So it's a lot more efficient, and it's a lot easier to keep track because I don't lose track of how many times I've emptied it. So very good buy. I'm very glad we bought it. I know it's a little expensive, but it's just going to make life a little bit easier. Well, the beer factory has run out of barley, and we're down to our last 7,700 liters of barley. So we got to hope that that field over there gets ripe pretty soon, or we won't have any beer to sell. We have donuts back in production, which is a good thing. So we will have some donuts here pretty soon, and we have lots of we have lots of oil. We have lots of canola oil and some sunflower oil, and I believe some olive oil. So now that we've gotten barley back in the beer factory, we're gonna make the last of the beer for this run of barley, and we're gonna take some things to town to sell. We're almost out of sugar too, so that sugar beet field there should be ripe pretty soon. That'll get us back into some sugar. The sorghum field will be ready tomorrow. So we'll have some more chicken feed on hand. I think our chickens are pretty much full right now. So first thing we're going to do is take our load of beer. I'm not sure if there's any more in there or not. Nope, I think we have all the beer on board. So we'll go and grab the oil. If we can get it all on here, that would be nice. Yep, we've got donuts producing again. I noticed that we didn't have any donuts, and then I saw that we were out of flour. And we had a bunch of oats in the mill, but I hadn't turned on oat flour. So now we're making flour again. We're making donuts. We've got some oil here to sell, and I think that's pretty much it for... I thought we had some olive oil too, but maybe not. Yeah, we didn't have quite enough to spawn. That's okay. We got a good load to sell here. I'll meet you guys in town and we'll figure out the best place to sell it. All right, it looks like the oil is going to go to Callan Valenta and the beer is going to go to the Sell Everything. So, since the Sell Everything will also take the oil, but Callan Valenta won't take the beer, we're going to go there first. Oof. So the environmental score penalties are, I don't know if we would not get those if I had. I don't know if we would make more money if I turned off precision farming, but I think I'm going to go ahead and do that and try it. I have precision farming on my other series, so I think I can do this one without. I don't know that we're actually losing money, but it kind of feels like we are, so I'd just rather not have it there. But we've done very well. We're back up to 79,000 from 17. So we have a very good daily income. I am going to save some delivery charges. We're going to make a new field where that grass field currently is. I think we'll do better if we grow a crop and then use the straw to make silage. I think we'll do better with crops. I think if we grow oats for flour or barley for beer, that's going to make us more money than if we grew grass and made silage. So, our current plow is very cheap, so I'm pretty sure it's not going to bring much anyway. Yeah, $13.73. It probably wouldn't sell for that much more if we brought it into town. So we're going to sell that. And we're going to buy ourselves. Well, let's look at the sale first. Yeah, that's only 5 meters. That's only a meter wider. That is 7.5 meters, which that would, I don't know if that would be a field creator or not. So I'm not going to take the chance. I'm just going to buy something that I know works. I could buy this one, and that's 6 meters for 8,000, or I can buy 9 meters for 19,000. We're doing pretty good with 6-meter stuff. What do we got here? Yeah, we're doing pretty good with 6-meter stuff. I don't know that we need 9 meters. That's pretty big, and we don't use it that often. So I'm gonna go with the 6-meter. But first, I'm gonna save myself some money. That should take us back to delivering at the store. So let's go back to plows. We're going to get our 6-meter plow. And it's right here at the store for us. All right, I'll meet you back at the farm and we'll do some plowing. So my next decision was whether I was just going to make this field bigger and make one big field here, or whether I was going to make 2 fields. And I think I've decided to make 2 fields. That'll let me grow 2 different crops if I need to. I can always plant them in the same crop. So, I basically have the same amount of area, and I have a plow, so I can always make it into one field if I decide in the future that that's a better way to go. But I think right now we're just going to go with 2 separate fields. And I think we're going to plant them. We're going to plant one in barley and we're going to plant one in oats because we need beer and we need flour. Well, I have one more little piece to do down here in this corner, but we're almost done plowing our new field. We got a lot done today. We got a new forage wagon. We got a new field. We made some money. And that's the great thing. We're making money every day now. The only concern I have is that we are out of barley, and our barley field is fairly new. In fact, it's not even going to germinate until tomorrow. So we will look at the map at the beginning of the next episode, and we will see if there's maybe a new field that we can buy. We've probably got enough money to buy a new field, so we're going to look around, see what's there, see if maybe there's something with barley in it or something with oats in it. We also need flour. So we're going to look around and see if we can maybe give ourselves a head start there. But I think that's going to do it for this episode. If you like this video, I sure would appreciate a thumbs up or a subscription. If you did not like this video, please post a comment and tell me why. Either way, thanks so much for being here. I'll see you next time.